Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver. Today we're going to be playing some Galaxy, but first we're going to check out some patch notes. So a new patch dropped in the last couple days here, so I just wanted to go over some of the changes, just in case anyone hasn't seen it or I guess wants to hear my thoughts on it. It's a small patch, so there's not a whole lot. We won't talk too much. We won't talk about like the bug fixes and whatnot, but just some of the bigger changes and balance changes. So yeah, the big thing is now if you fill out a collection, you get 80 of 80 cards in your possible deck. You get this fancy diamond banner and border on your on that captain, which is very cool. I've only filled out the collection for one of them, for one captain, which is Indiana Clones, because that's easily my favorite captain. At least that's available, since Thing in the Ice is not available quite yet, or is not available anymore until later. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Neat little way to show off sort of mastery of a captain. And we're gonna take it down to the card balance changes here. So yeah, first things first, Achilles. Achilles now gives +4/+2 on Hunt, and then your opponents get +2/+1 on Farewell. So makes the Achilles sort of stat buff a little bit more enticing. Although the sort of negative aspect is also increased a little bit, but not quite as much. So, I mean, I think this is good. I don't really play Achilles too much because, of course, it's kind of a liability. This does make me want to play it a little bit more, but I'm still probably not going to be picking up Achilles if I don't think I'm guaranteed to get hunts. Fairy Queen's Wand now +7/+7, down from +10/+10. That's to the spell buffs, I believe. I believe that's the treasure that gives your spell buffs, or it gives all your spells a spell buff or whatever. I guess 10/10 was too much. I wasn't really picking Fairy Queen's Wand myself too often, so that's kind of an interesting nerf. Clearly, other people were using that a lot more. I just feel like once you get to like Epic or whatever, like the spell buffs, like they don't matter nearly as much, like those sort of incremental gains. But this also could be because of some of the other big changes, some of the big sort of end game changes, because like this might become more relevant as well. So it might be like kind of a preemptive nerf for how the end games are going to play out, which is probably going to be very different based on what it looks like. Sir Francis Drake now only goes up to legendary and stops after you get your legendary, so you can't keep getting treasures with Sir Francis Drake. Here's the really big one is Excalibur and the KO Star. They both have been reworked, so they're no longer doubling your heroes or villains, but instead they're going to give your heroes or villains respectively +20/+20 per hero you have in your crew on your board, or per villain you have on your crew on your board. So this is a huge nerf. It's just like a flat damage boost. Yeah, I'm not really sure how good these are going to even be, because I find like I mean, with like the old Excalibur and an old KO Star, like, you know, I was happy to pick up like a KO Star if I had one good villain, or if I had like one good hero. I could pick up an Excalibur, like just like outside of World Shrub, because of course with World Shrub they're still good. Your board's still good to get +100/100. If everything is the same, but yeah, like I don't know. This does kind of incentivize you to play a lot more. Like have your board be a lot more specific. Like try and collect heroes or collect villains, which I'm not sure I love that. I'm not sure I love the kind of funneling aspect of the reward of these, but it does bring these more in line with the power level on the legendary treasures, which to be honest is like by and large pretty whatever. I feel like a lot of the power is going to come from like secret rares now, which, like, again, I think the end game is going to play out a little bit differently. Like I think boards are going to be a lot less powerful, so that could end up being good. Just for especially like if you're not high rolling, like you're going to see less high rollers, so there's more of a chance to maybe catch up in the end game, rather than somebody finding Excalibur or KO Star and immediately running you over. So I mean, we'll see how that plays out, but yeah, I think your characters and like secret rares are gonna be a much bigger factor. are going to be sort of a much more important factor, I suppose. Burninator, new text. When you find a treasure, you get to keep all 3 of them. So, actually, I forget what that did before. But that's brand new to me. Pirate Prince now grants treasure hoard 1 to each, down from 2. I can see that. I could see that being a problem. Pirate Prince was very, very good. I assume you still get to discover 2 random treasures, which is really good. And then yeah, the treasure hoard is just slows down a little bit. The following cards have been removed from legendary to epic, so a couple downgrades. Smug, the Gray One, Snapping Hydra, and Sir Francis Drake are all epic characters now instead of legendaries. So Smug is going to be giving legendary treasures even at epic, so I feel like that's a big upgrade for Smug. I didn't really play Smug a whole lot, but I think it was pretty good when I did have it. The Gray One, that's the one where it's the wizard where your first shop is all spells instead of a regular character shop. So that's interesting. I actually haven't really played with that one at all. I've never really had the opportunity to take it. Snapping Hydra, that's the Doomy Bee stand-in. So that's gonna hit the back row as well as whatever you hit in the front row. It's gonna hit the slots behind it. So that's interesting. That's one I also haven't really played with at all. It's just like it's so hard to find room in the deck for everything, and like I generally lean towards like treasure or things that allow me to get treasures. So that's worth looking at more closely now that it's epic. And Sir Francis Drake is now epic. So and yeah, I feel like that's a really good change because I wasn't taking Sir Francis Drake really that often at legendary either. So to see if we can turn that into an engine, especially if you can get it early off of like an egg or a TLK or something. I think that's going to make Sir Francis Drake much better. And the following cards have been removed. Tiamat's Offspring, that's the one that whenever a dragon you controlled was KO'd, it gave it treasure hoard, I believe. And BOGO Coupon. And BOGO Coupon, I guess, is removed just to again in the same for the same reason that Excalibur and KO Star were reworked here. Probably because they just offer too much. It just offers too much power, kind of by itself. So, but yeah, so I think the game is going to slow down quite a bit. So some interesting changes for sure. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think the boards are definitely going to be a little less splashy, but there's still ways to do broken things in the game. But yeah, again, kind of is going to remain to be seen how these play out. So yeah, let's play a game with the new patch. All right, our captain selection today is Indiana Clones. As you can see, I've got the diamond frame. That's the only one I do. We got Dragon Mother, another one of my favorite captains, and then King Arthur, one of my least favorite. I mean, it's just super boring. It says your heroes in your shop get +1/+1. It's like a really bad tempo hero that doesn't really affect the game outside of the first two turns. I think we just go with clones. I mean, I'm not sure what my deck list looks like since the changes. Like, it should be fine though. I think we mostly just want to lean into to treasures, which I mean is a pretty common theme. I think the treasure builds, like the treasure hoard builds, are probably the best things you can be doing. We don't want mechanical dragon though, because we don't want to be copying those, and they do count as rare treasures. So not really into that personally. Yeah, we've got Smug in here. Anything else that we really want? Fairy Godfather is like kind of interesting. I've never played with it, but I do like the treasure manipulation and whatnot here. I go for Mordecon for an easy treasure, and then I mean Mecha Man is just a solid early drop. You want to play as much tempo as you can early. Francis Drake. You know what? Francis Drake is probably a good inclusion. Should probably find a way to do that. Raggedy Ann, I think, if you're behind, is really good. Mimic, I think, is just a solid character all around. So, what do we get rid of here? Maybe it's Skeletor. Like maybe Skeletor just isn't good enough. It's like I feel like I need all these. I mean, maybe it's Chaos as well. I like Chaos though. You know what? I think I gotta lose Chaos as much as I love Chaos. We're gonna lose Chaos for Francis Drake here. All right. You generally for Indiana Clones, you really want a tempo treasure as your first treasure, just to to stay alive, and then you get your power spike later. Like taking like obviously breadcrumbs and lucky chest are pretty cool to take early, but since you only get one character on turn 1, you definitely just want Cursed Ring, I think. And I'm gonna take the 3/3. There's a slight chance that we get to trade, but not against Geppetto. All right, we get Flying Monkey and also Laser Shark. These are both good villains here. They're both pretty good at 2-for-1ing. I like Flying Monkey a little bit better, I think. And then we get this shop, which has actual nothing for us. Probably just Rose, just because it actually has some power. Okay, that's a really good... Attacking first there is actually enormous for us. Allows us to get our Cracked Heart back. We could take the Pan Shadow, which is a villain. Or we could take Santa Claus, which is like kind of decent at catching up, but I think it's just Pan Shadow. That's going to make any future Rose better as well. Also Mortocon, but I'm just going to take the silver. Oh, we get a Silver Pan Shadow, or we could take another treasure. Silver Pan Shadow is pretty enticing as a 9/9, and also a free shop. But also this gives us another treasure, which I mean something else to copy, or just like some more tempo. I think I'm gonna go with the Pan Shadow though. I don't know. This is actually this is a really big this is a big toss up for me. You know what? I think it's Baby Dragon. Is it? No. No, it's Pan Shadow. Never mind. I'm just flip-flopping in real time here. We could go Baby Bear. We have one animal. Or we could just go Minotaur, which is just way more stats. This is just kind of helps scale a little bit. Santa Claus is also potentially okay, but I think even at this point, like a base power Santa Claus at 7 just isn't enough. As you can see, their 9 toughness Santa Claus wasn't even enough. Mortocon is cool. I think Cowardly Lion's not great unless you have a way to buff it, or you're on like on turn 2 potentially. Then you can get a little bit of power onto it. I'm gonna go with the Meat in the Tavern and kind of pray for Mecha Man. Unfortunately, no Mecha Man. I can get rid of this for Tank though. It's a little bit of a downgrade in power, but we get like extra stats when we attack. Knocking Wizard Headmaster down is always really nice. We're gonna go with Pan's Shadow. I mean, it's gonna be a treasure, so of course we're gonna go with it. Uncommon Treasure is really nice. Lich King's Heart is a good one. Tiger's Paw, also pretty good. Pirates in your shop get +10 attack, also pretty solid. I kind of want to go Tiger's Paw here. I mean, I think this Pan's Shadow and this Flying Monkey could probably hunt pretty easily. Lich King's Heart would make sure that we survive though, and also get us more HP once we get to turn 10. So this is kind of tough. Tiger's Paw is definitely going to be fallen off by then, but it's better in the meantime. Kind of tough. I think it's Tiger's Paw. I just want to be strong now, and I'm definitely taking this. What are we out of though? I think we're actually out of Tink. I think Tink is just it's pretty low impact. Well, you know what? When I say that, I forgot that we took these Pan Shadows, so maybe it's not. +5/+1 is nothing to sneeze at. In fact, I think we're out of Minotaur for Mecha Man here. And I think that both this and the token should have that hunt ability. Ooh, and that's Mimic, and it does. Okay. I mean, like I was pretty sure, but I just needed some confirmation there. We're gonna happily take a Boon Willow here. That's gonna put +5/+1 on our back row. I think Tink is better because we get multiple activations. Even though the 5/1 would go there. Oh, we're gonna get another Boon Willow here, and we're gonna happily do that again, and that's gonna put some decent stats on our back row. We got Blind Mice. Blind Mice is fine, but not exceptionally exciting. Maybe I just bank it, or I could go the +4 health on something, which is fine, but again, not exceptionally great. I'm just gonna bank the rare treasure here. Once again, they attack directly into my first slot there, so we don't get that attack. But we summon another summoner, so we're gonna get the a couple attacks anyways and deal some damage to Geppetto there. All right, we could go Achilles High Tops. We got 1, 2 heroes, so that's 3/3 to each. That's not bad. Dwarven Cart is fine. I mean, that could just get us free treasures down the line. Blackbeard's Comb is cool. There are some good pirates for sure. It's actually kind of tough. I think it's Dwarven Cart. I think I feel pretty good about our spot. I think we can find some more treasures. I think that's a thing we can do. Speaking of finding more treasures, we got a couple good ones here. We got Maverick and Icewing, which Treasure Hoard 2 quest is to collect 2 treasures. We should be able to do that. But also, I think it's just Ironcast Dragon. That's going to be a way for us to continue getting treasures consistently here. That's the 3rd one in a row where they attack directly into slot 1. Mecha Man has just not been able to attack at all. So, I mean, we're not losing combats because of it, so like it's not too bad. I'm definitely taking Smug here. Smug plus Ironcast Dragon is a really good combination. So any targeted spell, of course we don't get a targeted spell unfortunately, is going to be very good though. I'm going to take, I guess for the ninja and training, we just bank it. Or I could just cast this. I'll just cast the spell. I don't know about banking the ninja and training. If we get like a mimic, I kind of want to have it available. I'll the silver version will be available. Hey, we got to attack. Let's go. Also, opponent has a Burninator, but we have a very large, very large characters here. The hunts that we've been doing have been putting in some work. Sir Francis Drake is cute, but I think I definitely want this mix of macho. That's going to give us a shot at a legendary treasure here. Or wait, no, it's not. Never mind. We don't get to select a treasure. That's right. It's a random one. So this is not a good combo. Never mind. Forget what I said. Mimic is good. Although we could just over the rainbow and hope for a silver of something next turn. I think, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. That is a golden frank. Plus they have Barrel of Monkeys. Damn, like Geppetto is Geppetto's getting pretty fortunate here. We gave them a second Elven Tools. I mean, not that it matters. It's async. They don't actually get that. But yeah, the golden frank difference is just too much. We do triple everything, and unfortunately, we didn't quite get something of high rarity. But we do have the double Dwarven Cart, which is pretty sick. That's gonna allow us to get a lot of treasures, because they are gonna trigger each other. It's probably KO Star. I've got one villain. I could maybe fill up the rest of my board with villains. I mean, either that or we take one of these uncommon treasures, and I don't want that. Prince Charming, I mean, it would crack another heart. We don't really want that. It's very big though, and it would make our smug bigger. But I think it's just not worth it to go down. Although, it's tough because like we might lose the fight anyways. I'm just gonna bank the Dreamer, I think. We could through the Looking Glass the Ironcast Dragon and get another random treasure. That would pop this Dwarven cart, which would in turn, I think, pop this. Maybe not. It's too deep. It's 3 deep, never mind. Maybe Goodie Bag though. Goodie Bag is also pretty good. Getting Goodie Bag in the Mecha Man slot is probably what we want to do. I mean, Mecha Man, we might not even. I think Mecha Man goes down here and we get out of the White Whale. Yeah, I think I like that. Unfortunately, we don't. We managed to find the thing we can't hunt, but the second character does hunt. The summon anyhow. We could go Long John Silver, which is a villain. And I think we do. It's gonna make this smug better. We can get the Mecha Man. I mean, we're just gonna see another shop. Bronze Goose is also cool. It's basically a silver, but this one at least lets us see another treasure. Bahamut's large. Titania's fine. Probably better than the tank at this point. But I think we're gonna take the tank and get a treasure. We get Excalibur. We have one hero, right? We have one. Yeah, we have one hero. So maybe that's not great. Maybe it's just Encyclopedia Spelltanica. That is going to give our Treasure Hoard characters +1/+1 for each spell we've cast, which is quite good. And then we can go Trident of the Tides. Oh, also, I guess Smug plus these Dwarven cards means we're going to see basically all the legendary treasures, right? So that is a good combo. That is a freakishly large chameleon. So, I mean, I thought we were in a good spot, but we go here, so we get a free treasure. And we can find the Starstone. Eureka. I do have a mage. That's going to give us another treasure as well as a our free shop. Definitely just the cannonballs. Probably just abracadabra here. Look for more Eureka, basically. None of this matters really. Let's just giant growth and get another treasure. Golden Frankenstein still franken back there. I mean, I think we're in a much better spot this time. We haven't even lost our goodie bag yet. It's a pretty big wind-up toy. Ooh, golden goodie bag. As much as I would love to cast this rainbow, we gotta do this. Galactic Rock. I don't know if we have time to get free stuff from it, although, like we should, right? Got one villain, two villain, one hero. Tink is definitely needs to go though. This kind of works in concert with our Dwarven cards, but it's a little too slow, I think. Gingerbread Oven, that's a good one. Genie's Lamp is also very good. Hand of Midas or Locked Treasure Chest, probably just Hand of Midas. Keep getting those treasures. Pretty happy to pick up epic treasures here. Fairy Queen's Wand, Bo Peep, or Magic Beans. Let's go with Magic Beans, I guess. That is a very large Battered Star Galactica. We do have, we have that golden goodie bag though, so they're gonna have a hard time getting through that. It seems like that's gonna be the difference here. Allow us to get the win. They steal. It doesn't matter, but they keep stealing our Dwarven cart, which is kind of annoying. Excalibur, sure, doesn't really help us. Shield of Achilles is okay. Could go Genie's Lamp or just Statue. Genie's Lamp, it has potential to be really good. With like a triple TLK, like doesn't really matter too much, but like a tripled combat spell does matter a lot, which I think I'm supposed to dig for here. Punching bag, that doesn't really help. I could double this up. I guess it's double, not triple. I don't know why I'm thinking triple here. Praying, I'm wishful thinking probably. That's a big ninja in training as well. But I think goodie bag needs to be in that slot. Okay, opponent hasn't really improved their board. It looks like maybe their game ended before they got the secret rare treasure out of the Battered Star Galactica. A very large Aladdin, and it's going to be enough, it looks like, to win. And they get the Dwarven card again. Seems like a bug, but anyways, we did it. We somehow managed to scrape through. That was a pretty tight one, and yeah, you can see the huge nerf to KO Star and Excalibur. They didn't really do much for us at all. It was pretty much actually just all the what's it called? The claw, the thing that the hunt puts stats it says your first character as Hunt, give +4/+4 to the slot with the token character, and then the double I think is how we got there. Another double here would have been way more than enough, and another way that we could have really pulled ahead here just in case they had improved. But yeah, I hope that was entertaining. I did lose a few in a row before this, so I feel like lobbies have gotten harder. Or maybe it could be just I'm not used to the changes quite yet. Maybe like I need to adjust some play patterns or something. But yeah, let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think of the patch. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. It really helps the channel. Also, we're on that slow grind to 1,000 subs. I would really appreciate any help getting there. Again, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.